What is going on with my phone? There we go. We're actually in. Good afternoon. I had a bit of a nightmare with my phone. I'm not quite happy with how it's going on right now. I need to. Why am I upside down? What is going on with this phone? Seriously. Right, we just have to do it that way then. So my phone's being a bit weird. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, all the people in the chat room already. Had a bit of a nightmare. I don't know what's going on with my phone. It just won't let me tilt it the way I want to tilt it. Yeah, Derby lost the final. Yeah, my little brother's at Wembley. He supports Derby. My youngest brother supports Derby. Long way back to Scotland where he lives. I've messaged him already. He's having none of it. I'm doing very, very well, Josh. Thank you for your message, mate. I don't know what's going on with my phone. This is just being weird, man. It's upside down for me. It's back to front. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Is Kante travelling? I don't know, Mohammed, to be honest with you. I genuinely don't know. Good evening, Gio. Good evening. Kabadiawara or Christopher Ray. Christopher Ray type. He was a good player, man. Underrated. How's my day going? Paul, my day's going very well, thank you. Got a family over at the minute. We're just chilling, having some food and drinks. Block 26 Emirates. Big up everyone in Block 26, trying to get the atmosphere up at the Emirates as well. So big up all them kids over there. Brandon and Bance, good afternoon, mate. Stephen, yes, I'm very well, Stephen, thank you. Do you work a normal job? Says Burnsy. Yes, I do. I harass people for double glazing. This is weird to me because it's back to front, yeah, and like it just don't like no, it's just not right, and I can't tilt my camera for some reason. It won't let me do it the way I want to do it. So it's literally like a mirror effect. It's the opposite way round to where I normally do it. I don't know why it's done that, but yeah. Good afternoon, the 200 people in the chat room. Please smash a like on the video. Only 23 likes, disgraceful. But Bernd Leno has said that he wants to play in the final. I'm going to read you the quotes that he said. He said he has a lot of admiration for Petr Cech. He says he wants to play in the final. It would be the biggest game of his career. I have great respect for Petr, and we get along very well. He was speaking in Kicker, the German media outlet. He said he deserves all the credit, and I treat Petr Cech very well. VP is alive and well. Jeez! VP has gone through tornado after tornado after tornado, seeing houses around him getting ripped apart, floods, no electricity, no Wi-Fi. So big up VP, big him up, man. Seriously, really, really sound guy. Thank you for watching again. But yeah, Leno said that he deserves all the credit, Petr Cech, and he treats him very well. But it's clear I am his competitor. I always want to play, especially a final. Therefore, I would be completely the wrong time to have a guilty conscience over saying I want to play the final. I am certainly not going to say I'd rather not play. I am keen to play. My mindset, however, is not decided yet. If Emery picks Cech, I would have to accept it. The most important thing is that we win regardless of who is in goal. He then went on to say, to win the Europa League would be the first big title for me. We want to hear the Champions League anthem again at the Emirates. This Thursday-Sunday rhythm is not good because you always suffer in the league, which is not good, and it would be disappointing. Obviously, we know that Mkhitaryan's not going. It goes on about Mkhitaryan afterwards. But I make him right. Why shouldn't he want to play? Why should he not want to play the final? He's a goalkeeper. He's our number one goalkeeper. He is the main goalkeeper in the Premier League. I think Cech will start. I don't think Leno's going to start. I think we should all just accept that Cech is going to start the game. I think we should accept that it's Cech's last game. He's going back to Chelsea. Marty P, big up yourself from Cornwall. But yeah, I do think that Cech is going to start the final, and we just have to accept that. Listen, at the end of the day, Cech ain't going to throw a final. He's not going to throw the final, whether it's against Chelsea or not. So we just have to kind of accept that. You know, he's a professional goalkeeper. He's probably one of the most professional guys in the game, and he is not going to throw a ball into the net just to get Chelsea a win. Let's be real. Come on, man. This is professional football. The whole world will be watching that game. They're going to have eyes all over the place watching that game. Cech is not going to throw the game just to give Chelsea a win. He ain't like that. It's his last game. He wants to go out with a bang. He wants to go out with a trophy. He said that. He's come out and said that he wants to win, and it'd be the ultimate dream to win it in his last game. Shout out from Plymouth, Ashley. So yeah, for me, for most of the people in this chat that support Arsenal, we all want Leno in goal. But we have to accept that Leno is not going to be in goal. And we also have to accept that Petr Cech is not going to throw the game for Chelsea, regardless of his connections to Chelsea before Arsenal and after Arsenal. So we have to accept that. I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't want him in goal. I think we're a worse team with him in goal. I think he's got a clanger in him. I think that his kicking's not great. I think that low down to his right ain't great. But it is what it is. We just have to accept that. Ni do Nundu, thank you for your donation, mate. Love the clean shave. Do you know what? I had that this morning, man. Didn't even nick my skin either. So yeah, it was quite smooth. So thank you. But yeah, we have to accept that Leno's not going to be the goalkeeper. If he goes in goal on Wednesday, I'll be absolutely shocked that he's in goal on Wednesday, because he started off in goal in the Europa League, and then Cech came in because Leno took over as the #1 in the Premier League. So it is what it is. Am I worried about Petr Cech being in goal? No. I'm more worried about Mustafi. I'm more worried about Maitland-Niles. I'm more worried about Granit Xhaka, Mesut Ozil, players like that, because we've all seen calamitous performances from them, more so than we have over Petr Cech this season. So, you know, if Mesut Ozil don't want to run around and track back like Ramsey did on Gjorgjievski, we all see the job he done on Gjorgjievski at the Emirates. Ramsey pocketed him, totally bossed that midfield. Is Mesut Ozil going to do that? I'm not so sure. We know he's got it in him, but is he going to do it? Who knows what Mesut Ozil turns up? Granit Xhaka, is it the Granit Xhaka that played against Wolves that's passing them in, or is it the Granit Xhaka that played against Liverpool and Man United? Who knows? Mustafi, is it the Mustafi that played very well against Valencia, or is it the Mustafi that played like an absolute clown against Crystal Palace and against Liverpool away, where he was just falling over all over the place? Maitland-Niles, is it the Maitland-Niles that played great against Napoli, or the Maitland-Niles that had an absolute mare, in my opinion, against Valencia? So I don't know. I'm not worried about Cech. I'm more worried about them players rather than Cech. Rabadama Timti. Mate, you need to change that name, seriously, bruv. It's hard to pronounce, but thank you for your donation, my friend. Good to see Villa in the Premier League again. Do you know what, right? I wanted Derby to win. I ain't going to lie. My little brother goes home and away for Derby County. He's supported Derby for forever, like for years and years. And he was behind the goal at Wembley today, but he lives up in Scotland. He's got to go all the way back from Wembley to Scotland after a loss. I actually texted him and said good luck against Luton Town next season. No reply. So yeah, he's not in the best of moods right now. Big up the 420 people watching live. Please hit a like on the video. Like I said to all the people joining late, for some reason this is back to front of how I normally do it. My phone wouldn't let me flip the screen, so it's a little bit back to front. What was the Villa score, says Mark Pryor? 2-1 to Villa. Jack, thank you for your donation, mate. I'm nervous, big time, man. So am I. Do you know what, right? The closer it's getting to the game, the more nervous I'm getting. I'm kind of confident because I think that everything's going in our favour. You know, they've got Kante, got an injury in training. They've got, you know, Loftus-Cheek out, Hudson-Odoi, Rudiger, they're all out. Sarri could be going to Juventus. Hazard could be going to Madrid. Everything going in our favour. But I have more of an issue about our players than I do about their players. I'm more worried about Mustafi, Xhaka, Ozil, Maitland-Niles than I am about Eden Hazard, Willian, Giroud, Pedro, players. Like, I'm more worried about our players. I'm just going to be real about it. But I don't know. I just think that we need to go out there and impose our game from minute one. And if we do that, I think that we win the game. I think that we've got too much quality. I think that we need to stop Gjorgjievski. He's their link man. He's their guy that turns the ball over from defence to attack. Call me Rabba. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thanks for that, mate. But yeah, he's their link man, Gjorgjievski, and he's the guy that can, he goes under the radar. A lot of our fans have mugged him off and said he's just a B-Tech Granit Xhaka, but at the end of the day, he is a good footballer. They don't sign a player for 60 million quid or 50 million quid, whatever it was they spent on him, if he is not a good footballer. So, I don't know. Look, we need to get somebody on Gjorgjievski like we did with Ramsey. Thank you for that, Luke. Appreciate your donation, mate. Can't wait till Wednesday, but more nervous about Saturday. Do you know what, mate? I can't disagree with that, right? Because if that lot win against Liverpool, I don't think they're going to. I think Liverpool are too strong for them. And I think they're rushing Harry Kane back too early. But I kind of agree, right? Listen, it's in our hands. We know what we've got to do. And with our strikers up front, we can go and score against any team in world football. But with that being said, it doesn't matter if we win that. That's why Arsenal have organised a parade for the day after. Some people won't even be back from Baku. I know that Robbie and the boys that are going out there will be back about an hour and a half before the parade if we win it. So by the time they get out the airport and get to the parade, it'll be done, or close to being done. But the reason the parade has been put on, if we have the parade, if we win it, is because we do not want to have the parade after Tottenham have gone one better and won the Champions League. So Arsenal have rushed it through. Do I agree with having a parade? I do actually agree with having a parade. I'm not going to the parade for anyone asking. I actually agree with having the parade. And the reason I agree with having the parade is because we haven't had any European glory for 25 years. Yes, whilst it's great winning FA Cups, we haven't competed and won a title for 15 years. So I think it's right to have a parade. Is it right to squeeze it in before the Champions League final? 100%. 100%. I think it is all day long. Because at the end of the day, if we did it afterwards and they win the Champions League, then we're just going to look like absolute idiots, aren't we? So I think it is right to have it. Nodwin the Fat. I hope I pronounced that name right. Do you think that if we win the Europa, it may pave the way for Emery to go to Barcelona? I read they are interested. Thanks for your donation as well, buddy. I don't think Emery will go to Barcelona, if I'm being honest. I did see that link as well. I don't think he's going to go there, but at the same time, it's Barcelona. If Barcelona come in, they've got the draw of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United have that pool as well. Them three clubs are by far and away the three biggest clubs in world football, and they have the pulling power that even if they're doing crap, that they can attract the biggest names, the best managers, the best players, because not only is it an institution, but they can also pay the money. So, I don't know. I don't think Emery's going to go there, but we shall see. Pramod, thank you for your donation, my friend. JFE Football, thank you for yours as well. We beat Valencia and Napoli both legs. Confidence. I'm confident. I am very confident. The one thing I'll say is that I think that the only way we lose to Chelsea is if we shoot ourselves in the foot. If we have a mare, Granit Xhaka starts like letting players run off him. Mesut Ozil don't come tracking back. Maitland-Niles plays how he plays against Valencia away. He was shocking in that game. Valencia at home, he was shocking for 20 minutes. If Mustafi turns into calamitous Mustafi rather than the last 5 games of the season Mustafi, then we're banging trouble. But I think it's more about how we play rather than how Chelsea play, because if we play well, we win the game. It's as simple as that. We've got better players, in my opinion. But this is Chelsea. This is Chelsea that know how to get over the line. They know how to go the extra mile. Thierry, thank you for your donation, mate. Appreciate it. Chelsea know how to get over the line. Jack, thank you for your donation as well, mate. No way Emery goes. He seems to love Arsenal. Do you know what? I think he's been fantastic since he's been here as well. And I think that the way he's brought into how the fans act, and he always talks about the fans. And that was something that the previous manager stopped doing. The previous manager started blaming the fans in the end. And that's not a dig at the previous manager. That's just saying what I'm seeing. You know, the previous manager towards the end was saying that the reason we never won a title against Leicester was because of the toxic atmosphere. Well, sorry, you've got to perform, you've got to put a shift in, and you've got to do what you've got to do on the pitch. You've got to do tactically what you need to do to win the games. He weren't doing that. So I love the fact that Emery's come in. He's learning English every day more and more. His English is getting better. We all remember when he was coming out with explain and all that, like, my idea and all this at the beginning. It was funny to listen to, but I think he's been fantastic this season. I think he's boosted the fan base. And that was going to be a tough job. Listen, let's be real. Following the previous manager after 22 years was never going to be an easy task. But the fact that he's come in, we've had some fantastic performances. Fulham, Leicester, thank you, VP, for the beer fund. Fulham, Leicester, Valencia, Napoli, Man United, even away against Man United, we should have won that game. Liverpool at home, we should have won that. Another 5-10 minutes, you know, Klopp was taking off strikers to bring defenders on. So, yeah, I think he's done well. We've beaten Tottenham against the big teams this season. I think Emery's done fantastic. Gary, thank you for your donation. Can't wait to see Sarri Chu. Can't wait to see Sarri Chu on that Siggy when Laka and Aubameyang run riot. Do you know what, Gary? Yeah, I really hope they do. And do you know what? If we're going to base it off the last round, they scored 7 goals over 2 legs. 7 goals. So, yeah, hopefully they run riot, and hopefully we're sitting here on Wednesday night with the champagne out, toasting an Arsenal victory in Europe in Unai Emery's first season, something we haven't managed for 25 years. So for me, I think we deserve a parade. A lot of fans will say it's muggy. A lot of fans will say it's unwarranted. A lot of fans will say, well, you know, Tottenham are in Champions League final. Listen, fuck Tottenham, man. Fuck Tottenham. If they win it, they deserve to win it. It's as simple as that. Let's just be real about it. They've beaten some good teams along the way, including the current champions, record-breaking champions for the last 2 seasons. So, you know, if they win it, they win it. They would have beaten 97-point Liverpool, Champions League finalists for 2 seasons in a row. If Tottenham win it, listen, we've just got to take that L and move on. But I do think it's right that we have a parade before they have their game, just to give our fans something to be proud of. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, when was the last time we had a parade? When was the last time we felt good about the club? So you've got to credit the club for doing that. You've got to credit them for saying, let's get 250,000 people together, or 100,000, whatever it may be, and let's have something to smile about, because for the last few years, we've had nothing to smile about. Yes, the odd FA Cup win, but, you know, we win the FA Cup more often than anyone. So I think it's right to have a parade. Right, let's do 12 minutes of questions before I get myself out of it. There'll be no 9 o'clock video tonight. Tomorrow, I think Emery's doing a press conference before the game. The day before the game. If he does, I'll be doing a live a reaction to that. I'll do a live stream tomorrow afternoon as well. Transfer update in the morning. There'll also be a preview out tomorrow as well. So yeah, a lot of content coming. Starting 11 reaction on the night of the game. I'm doing a live watch along on AFTV with Kenny Ken. So come and join in for that. And then I'll be doing my review straight after the game. Lee, would you take Titty for 30 million, says the Arsenal way? No, I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth the risk. Who's marking Gjorgjievski, says Richard. If it was me, I'd put Torreira on him. I'd put Torreira on him. I think Torreira would do a job on him. Kante is travelling. Yeah, I thought he'd travel, and I don't think his injury is all what it's cracked up to be. I think that's more a little game, a mind game and all that. Tyler, thanks for your donation, buddy. Appreciate it. And Screwflex as well. Thank you. I will send you 5 more on Wednesday if we win. Top man. Love for that, bruv. Cheers. Rabba, thank you. Best Emery, Klopp or Poch? I think Klopp's the better manager out of all 3 in terms of getting the players ready. and getting them fired up for games. In terms of trophy haul, we have to go with Unai Emery. Pochettino, I think that if he went to a bigger team than Tottenham, I think he'd flop. I don't think he'd handle the pressure of a United or a Barca. But the one thing I will say is if they win the Champions League on Saturday, mate, you just got to hold your hands up. You've got to hold your hands up. Whether you like it or not, they deserve to win it. And if he wins it, whilst having a brand new stadium to deal with, players injured all season, players coming back late from World Cup, moving to 3 stadiums across the season, getting Real Madrid, buying Borussia Dortmund, Man City, Liverpool along the way, Ajax, 3 goals in half an hour. You know what I'm saying? They nearly went out in the group stage. Let's not forget that as well. The Inter PSV game was crucial for them qualifying. Same as Liverpool. Liverpool lost 3 away games out of 3 in the group stage. So, listen, as much as it's going to pain me if they win it on Saturday, if they win it, they deserve it. Let's be honest. Please smash a like on the video. Nearly 600 people watching, not even 200 likes. What do we think of Tottenham? We think they're shit, mate. That's what we think of them. But if they win it, then we better all go hiding. Omar says, if we win the Europa, would Emery have outdone Wenger's legacy? In Europe, then yeah, he would have, because he would have won a competition in Europe, and Wenger failed to do that in 35 years of management. Overall legacy at Arsenal, nowhere near. Nowhere near, and I can't stand Wenger, but you've got to be real. Should Ainsley mark Hazard, says the Arsenal way? I think that's the only option, mate. I wouldn't put Mustafi up against him. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles can have the physical side of it. We know and we've seen against Napoli that if Maitland-Niles plays well, he's a very good player. But you're coming up against a top draw footballer, and he's no Insigne or Mertens, do you know what I mean, or Callejon. This is a proper footballer that can spin a game in a millisecond. Am I going to Baku? No, I'm not, mate. I ain't got deep pockets like that. Power shift. If they win the Champions League, it's still not a power shift, but they would have gone one better than we have. But come back when they've won multiple titles and FA Cups, won the title at our ground twice. But yeah, fair play to them. If they win the Champions League, I've got to take the L, man. Czech or Leno? Leno's the better keeper, Ibrahim, but I think Czech's going to start. On the buds, yes I am, William. Manolas or Umtiti, says Marwan. Manolas for me. I think that Umtiti's got too many grey areas about him with his fitness. So Manolas all day long. Come on, people, smash that like button. Get it up to 300, nearly 600 people watching. Thoughts on Emery reading the riot act to players about their mentality, says Manny K. Well, I don't know what that story is about, my friend. When do you usually do a live, says Matino? Every day, normally around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Sometimes it's 5:15, but every single day I will do a live stream. Score prediction for Liverpool and Tottenham, says Tom Burke. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think they've got too much for Tottenham. Is Kante even good for Chelsea when he isn't playing at DM? He's their best player, in my opinion. Moses says, Leo, I wish I could send you my picture because I'm having a Budweiser too. Big up yourself. Who would you think we are most likely to get in defence? I think we'll get Manolas. I think that could happen. Although Mino Raiola, his agent, is actually banned at the moment from transfers. I don't quite know how that works, whether he can still sell players and be involved. I know he can't be involved, but I don't know whether he can get a mediator or somebody that works on behalf of him to conduct the deal. I'm not quite sure how it works. How much would you pay for Ryan Fraser, says Sandra? 25 mil max. Fortune. If Arsenal lose and Tottenham win, would that indicate a power shift or a beginning of one? That's a brilliant question, mate. Yeah? And do you know what? The power shift started in 2009, right? And if we're being completely honest with ourselves, we'll all listen to what I'm going to say and take it on board, right? In 2009, Tottenham won the League Cup, right? They finished 11th in the table. Man United won the treble. No, that was 99, sorry, I'm lying. 2009. Tottenham finished 10th, 11th, whatever it may be, I can't remember, right? But they won the League Cup. We were slowly slipping away from being challengers for a title. And over time, yes, it's nice to have picked up a couple of FA Cups, but they have been getting closer and closer and closer to us. 2008, Tottenham won the League Cup. Sorry, yes, you're right. So 2008. But yes, closer and closer over the years, they have got to us. And with our arrogance as Arsenal fans, because of our history, because of the Invincibles, because of everything else, Ventus, thank you for your donation. Should we get Boateng? I don't think so, man. I think his motives will all be wrong to come to Arsenal. Sergio, thank you. I think Sarri will continue his trophy drought. I bloody hope so, mate. But yeah, I think Tottenham have gradually over the last 10, 12 years caught up. But because we're arrogant as Arsenal fans and we've had St Tottenham's Day and Koscielny, the phantom goal up at Newcastle and all this and that, I think that's been swept under the carpet. And I think the fact that, you know, we've got arrogant and thought, oh, it's all right, it's only Tottenham, we always finish above them. Well, now we're not finishing above them. And now it's a case where they have actually got to a Champions League final inside, what, 4 attempts of being in Champions League? 5 attempts, maybe? If they win it, you've just got to say, wow, right? Because that team that they've got there is not as good as any team we had under the previous manager in our dominant years from 98 to 2004, 2006 even. The 2006 final team against Barcelona was not as good as that Tottenham, was better than that Tottenham team. So if they actually go out there and beat Liverpool, having beaten Man City, having beaten Ajax from 3-0 down, and done them on away goals, with half hour to go, having beaten Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid along the way, you have just got to say, wow. Is it the start of a power shift? No, because I think the power shift started time ago. And we as Arsenal fans have just got complacent and got cocky and got arrogant and just thought that we're a bigger and better club. Rabba, thank you for that. Thank you for your donation, mate. Don't worry, Liverpool will demolish them. I bloody hope so, mate. I think we're all Scousers on Saturday. But I think the power shift did start maybe 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago, and we've just been arrogant and not accepted it. But now it's come to a head where they are actually better than us. And there's nothing we can do about it. Don't worry about league position on 1 point and they've lost 13 games or whatever. If they win that Champions League, we can't ever banter them again. Let's be real. Because we've never won it. So, should we sign Otamendi from City? No, I don't think he's good enough. Bigger club, better football. Yes, yeah, history. Yeah, listen, history. Arsenal were a bigger football club. We're a better football club. But history is only a small part of whether you're a big club. I mean, look at Man City. Man City's history is dead. It's dead. But they're challenging for everything. They've won a domestic treble, never been done. Last season, record-breaking points. Chelsea hadn't won a title for 50 years. Their last 15 years has been mad. Yeah? The 50 years before that were dead. So, you know, on history, yeah. But we're starting to sound like Liverpool fans talking about history now. So we just have to suck it up and be real and say, look, at the end of the day, right now, the be here and now, right now, if they win that Champions League on Saturday, then that's eclipsed anything we've done, whether we've been invincible or not, you know? And it's hard to say that as an Arsenal fan, but we've never won it, and we should have won it. We should have won back-to-back titles with the teams we've had from 98 to 2006. We should have won Champions Leagues. You know, if Fergie was the manager over that time, we would have won Champions Leagues. We would have dominated the Premier League. But Fergie weren't our manager. And that's no discredit to Wenger, because I thought he was fantastic for the first 8 to 10 years. But we have gradually gone on a massive decline, and it's only now it's come to a head and people are realising how big a job Emery has got. Ushjin, thank you for that. What is Villa away like? Do you know what? It's in the middle of an absolute dump. But do you know what? It's a nice little ground. Proper character to it. Just don't park your car there. Last time I parked my car there, it got robbed. So, yeah, not the car itself, but the contents. But yeah, Villa away's rocking. It's a good ground, nice traditional ground. Right, let's do a couple of minutes of questions. I'm going to get out of here. Iwobi plays well against Chelsea. Would you play him ahead of Ozil, says Darren Shires. I wouldn't. I'd play both. I'll play both. Score prediction for Wednesday, 3-1 Arsenal, Christian. Newcastle new owner. Do you know what? I've seen that story about the Newcastle new owner. Apparently he's related to the Man City owner. Is that story actually true, or is that just something that Mike Ashley's leaked to the media? Because it hasn't officially been done yet. It's just all paper talk. So is that something that's actually been done? Because apparently this guy was supposed to buy Liverpool last season, but pulled out because he couldn't provide the proof of payments and stuff like that. But I think he's related to the Man City bosses. But you know what? If it is true, fair play, man, because them Newcastle fans are mad. Yeah, I've been Newcastle, I've met their fans. They love their football, man. And they've had some proper crap times over the years. So fair play. Play both Aubameyang and Lacazette, or add an extra man in midfield, says JT. I'd play both, mate. I'd play both of them. Arsenal's greatest ever left back, in your opinion? Ashley Cole, although Kenny Sampson comes close, man. Where are you watching the game, says Mark Sargent. I'm doing a live watch along on AFTV with Kenny Ken, my guy Kenny Ken. Please smash a like on this video. Nearly 650 people watching, not even 300 likes. So everyone watching, go and pump that like button for me. Gets my channel noticed, and it gets more people watching the channel. So thank you for that. Ashley Cole for sure. Who is the best right back? Who is our best right back, says Ventus. Bellerin all day long, mate. Spurs never played against Madrid this season. No, I meant last season. Yeah, if you look over the last couple of seasons, they've beaten Madrid. You know, they've had good games against Juventus. They've beaten Borussia Dortmund. And let's be real, when we come up against these teams, we're getting slapped, mate. So, you know, as much as I hate Tottenham, as much as I don't ever want to give them any credit, if they win it, you've got to hold your hands up, come off social media for a month and go, let's just enjoy our summer in hiding. Should we keep or sell Laka, says Taff. Keep him all day long, man. Spurs are far better than us, says Jazz. They are better than us. Don't let league table lie to you, man. They're a better club than us right now. We're a bigger club, but they are a better football team right now. And it's painful to say, but that's what happens when you let things slide. Do you think Emery can win more trophies than Wenger did, says Stapes TV? Depends how long he's given. It'd be nice to start on Wednesday with a win, that's for sure. Can you summarise the video title, says Mohammed? Yeah, basically, Bernd Leno's done an interview with Kicker, a German news outlet, saying that he wants to start the final. He respects Petr Cech, but at the end of the day, they're competitors, and he wants to start in goal. He wants to start the game, but if he doesn't start the game, it's just important that we win and we can get back to hearing the Champions League anthem, because that's what it's all about. But he wants to start the game, and I'm glad he's come out and said that. Opinion on Stan Kroenke, says Ibrahim. I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. Listen, at the end of the day, when was the last time you see your company owner? He bought into a self-sustaining business model that was self-sustaining before he bought into it, which was the reason we moved from Highbury to the Emirates to be self-sufficient. He bought into that a year after we moved. And why would he go and dip into his own pockets when we've mismanaged our money for a decade? Why would he do that? I don't get it. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think that he's just a scapegoat to cover up for the deficiencies of Gazidis and Wenger. But that's just my opinion. Right, I'm going to do 1 more minute, so 3 more questions. Omri or Bergkamp, says Imran. Bergkamp all day long for me. Best player we've ever had. Is Man United a better team? Is Man United's 99 team a better team than Arsenal Invincible, says Trinian. Yes. Yes, it is, unfortunately. 1 more question. Henry or Drogba, the Arsenal way? Henry, but Drogba was the ultimate big game player, but overall Henry. Right, that's me out of here. Good evening, Nick. Good evening. Thank you very much to everyone who's donated. thank you to everyone who's watched, nearly 700 people at one stage. Please put a massive thumbs up on the video. Not even 300 likes, nearly 700 people watching. I'll be back tomorrow morning with my daily transfer update. Then I'll be doing, if Emery does a press conference tomorrow, I'll do a reaction to that, then a preview. I would also then be doing a live stream on AFTV watch along with Kenny Ken on match day. So please put a thumbs up on the video, and I'll be back tomorrow morning for my daily transfer update. Thanks to everyone giving me love. Also, everyone watching, go and follow my Instagram, DM me, tell me you followed from this stream, I will follow you back. I need to get my Insta up to 10k. So all go and do that. It's Lee Gunner 82 on Insta. Go and follow that now, I'll follow you straight back.